Ramaphosa also paying tribute to the SANDF soldiers killed in the DRC as well as other parts of the SADC region. At least 2 South African soldiers deployed to the DRC several days ago were killed in a mortar attack. We've deployed over 2,000 soldiers from the SANDF as part of a SADC mission to help in the fight against armed groups in the DRC.
Now, as part of SADC, we are part of SADC, and that is why when SADC decided that the region as a whole needs to go and support the people of the DRC, South Africa has also, as always, had to come up and deploy its soldiers there as well. And we have been part of peacekeeping missions all over the world. Now we support our Defense Force personnel who brave great dangers to make Africa a more peaceful and stable continent. That is what we applaud them for, and we dip our heads for those who are injured and those who may well have fallen.
The President speaking earlier today. Pikkie is the General Secretary of the South African National Defence Union, the union that looks after the needs of soldiers. Pikkie, good afternoon to you. 2 of our soldiers are now dead in the DRC. Do you believe our soldiers have the right support and the right protection that they need in that area?
Good afternoon, Stephen. I think that the soldiers need more support and more protection. I think military analysts and experts have been very clear about it the past couple of weeks. Definitely a lack of air support is not something that's helping. And if we had proper air support, then that would probably serve as a great deterrent to attacks like this occurring.
So once again, and this has been the consistent theme since the deployment was announced, there's a lack of helicopters, and particularly attack helicopters.
That's correct. As you know, the well-known attack helicopter known as the Roy Falk, that is the ace up the South African sleeve. Unfortunately, there's not one on deployment now, and it seems there's none available, and that needs to be fixed, and fixed very quickly, or else one of the SADC partners might step in, which would also be preferable as long as our troops start getting proper air support.
Is there a risk if we don't get that air support, we could lose more soldiers? In this case, it was a mortar attack on a camp.
We will lose more soldiers without proper support. It's inevitable. The nature of this operation is it's offensive against the M23 rebels and other groups. And if you go onto any battle zone without proper air support and proper equipment, or all the equipment that you really need to get the fight done, you are definitely going to suffer more attacks and more casualties.
So, I mean, without that air support, can we really go ahead with this deployment? And the President defended the deployment today.
Well, I think I spoke to you yesterday about this issue. You know, the mandate of the union is not to criticize deployments, whether they are correct or not correct. Our job is to support our soldiers wherever they find themselves, outside the borders or inside the borders. Of course, your experts, military experts, will be telling you it's unwise to proceed with this exercise or this operation without proper support. But then also, as I said to you yesterday, it's an open question at this stage, and nobody's making it clear whether perhaps one of the SADC partners will stand in with air support.
Pikkie, thank you. General Secretary of the South African National Defence Union. Appreciate the time.